All right, Matt joining me on the desk on the Lloydminster Bobcats, completing their 3-game road trip tonight, but they are in tough, seeing how they are the AJHL reigning champs.
Yeah, that's right. Like you said, wrapping up a 3-game road trip, going 1-1 so far, but it doesn't get any easier for them as they take on the defending champions, Spruce Grove Saints.
Not playing up to par, suffering their first regulation loss this past Saturday in Drayton Valley, the lack of mentality has seemed to transfer into practice, something Coach Gary Van Herway made loud and clear.
Going up against one of the top-ranked teams in Canada and certainly in Alberta for sure, and I didn't think our work ethic, our timing, the mental part of the game, making good decisions was good in practice.
It's a mental thing. Like a lot of the mistakes out there aren't because the guys aren't good enough or don't know what they're doing. It's just a mental thing, catching passes, and getting the pucks on net when you're shooting. So I think that just like when we come to practice, we got to bear down and get in a good mindset.
A positive the Border City bunch can take away is the strength of the team's penalty kill. The Bobcats ranked 5th best in the AJHL with a man down, killing 17 of 19 opportunities.
It's huge. It's a huge momentum boost, and like our PK is really good. So I know that when a guy does get a good penalty, it's pretty easy to go out there and kill it for him. And like when we're not giving up that many goals, the guys are able to play a little bit more on edge.
Now, after having 3 days off between games, the Bobcats wrap up a 3-game road trip against the defending champion Saints. Both teams enter with identical 2-1-1 records.
Definitely start taking the game to them instead of letting them take the game to us because yeah, if they take the game to us, we are always going to be from behind.
They play very well in the corners and they've got quick transition. When they get the puck, our back checkers aren't applying pressure from the back end. We're going to get into a hole in a hurry.
Puck drop for tonight's game is at 7 o'clock.
Staying with the Cats as they've received good news on the injury front. Taylor Mulder has returned to the ice after sitting on the sidelines with a hand injury, a relief for both Mulder and the Bobcats.
It's refreshing. I mean, I've been off the ice for 2 or 3 weeks now, and sure feels good to be back out there. I tell you what, I'm a little rusty, but I'm working at it.
When you put Mulder in the lineup, it creates more room for other players. I mean, he's very good around the net. He goes to the net when there's a puck coming to the net. He's a guy that gets there and causes more destruction than probably anybody else in this league.
Now, there's no timetable for the big forward's return, but he has liked the progress he has made and hopes to be back for Sunday afternoon's tilt against the Bonnyville Pontiacs.
I got the cast off, so it was pretty stiff yesterday. But today it was much better. It felt a lot better. I was shooting a lot harder, so it's pretty good progress.
This past weekend featured a few firsts for the Lakeland Rustlers women's soccer team. They scored their first goal of the year, got their first ever point against Red Deer College, and most importantly, got their first point of the season to stay in the playoff race. Brett Morton has more.
Saturday's Lakeland Rustlers soccer game may have ended in a 1-1 draw, but that single point has quite the meaning for the women's team.
First time we've got points from Red Deer on the female program, so there's some small rewards and within the larger goals.
Hannah Henry was the lucky goal scorer, but says it was her team that did all the hard work. Getting the point might just be the boost of confidence the Rustlers need.
That's a great accomplishment, I think, to get that point. It was nice to be able to get a tie there, to stay in it, to see if we can make playoffs. I think this weekend gave us some confidence, especially for first years, hearing that, you get a little win instead of a big win, but it's nice and gives confidence thinking maybe we can do more, such as like take a point against Lethbridge or Medicine Hat would be another nice.
The Rustlers have a different mindset after this past weekend and are looking forward to getting back on the pitch for their next matches.
We've brought our energy up quite a bit. Practicing hard, continuing pace, continuing to play hard, not bringing our energy down, kind of keep confident. We want to come out with points in both games. If that's 2 ties or 2 wins or whatever it is, we want to come out with points in both games. So I think it gives us a lot of confidence, and I think we'll be able to finish off strongly.
After gaining their first point of the year, the Rustlers head down south to take on Medicine Hat and Lethbridge, and this time they're hoping for a better outing than they did the first time they've played them. Brett Morton, Newcap Sports.